I just realized, oh my goodness, that's so embarrassing. I had the mic muted. Whoops. Well, it doesn't look like anyone's here quite yet, so maybe it's not too embarrassing, but still I did my hello thing. Hi. It's good to see you all again. It's good to be here. Advertised a little on Blue Sky, so Alright, I guess I'll get started into what I wanted to talk about. Oh, hello. Hello, Purple Max. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, this is kind of an abrupt stream. Nothing serious, don't worry. Like, well, I mean, it's kind of serious because I am going to talk about, like, some personal stuff and my feelings, emotions, and whatnot at a later point, but the reason for the stream is that Finn, my darling husband, is actually on vacation at the moment. He went on a cruise with his family, with his mom and brother. And I decided to volunteer for the streams this week. You know, I decided, hey, why don't I do stuff while you go do stuff? And he's like, oh, that sounds like fun. You should definitely do that. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out here, keep an eye on his brother's cat, and make sure that the house is well kept. But I also wanted to take over for the streams, since haven't really had an opportunity to do anything with the streams since the year started, so want to get right into that. How's my audio, by the way? Do I sound okay? I hope so. I've never really been good at audio balancing when it comes to these streams. Hey Takara, you and Finn are one of the cutest couples on YouTube. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. Yeah, it's hard to believe that we're still together after 8 years. He treats me like a queen. I do my best to treat him like the king that he is. Yeah. I'm very blessed, and I hope that he's having a good time right now. Finn, I'm gonna make you watch the VOD later. I hope that you have a good time watching as well. I sound pretty great? Okay, good. I guess we'll just get right into it. I've got some cliff notes next to me so that I've always been kind of rambly, so I don't want to be like disorganized while I talk about stuff. But I'll keep an eye on the chat too. So, what can be said about the year 2024? Honestly, it was the best of times and the worst of times. Might as well open on a cliche quote like that. I definitely love that after being on this channel and on this platform for about 11 years, 12 years, that I finally made it to my first 1,000 subscribers. I'm very blessed for that, and I also am glad that I was able to celebrate by releasing my first original song, Pastels. To whomever it did reach and whoever heard the song, it warms my heart knowing that it made you guys very happy. And even if it doesn't do well, like, in the view count, it's important on a historical sense. Like, I want it to be a stepping stone for more songs in the future. I would say that POV gameplay did very decently. I definitely liked playing Long Live the Queen. And I loved the Hollow Knight streams. I'm not very good at Hollow Knight, mind you, but I do like the characters that I came across, and I love the artwork and animations. For those who weren't there for it, I managed to kill the 3 sisters without getting any upgrades. Totally not a brag. No, I'm really bad at Hollow Knight, actually. Going in blind was the worst decision I could have made. Oh shoot, I just realized. What is it, Purple Max? What's up? That song especially stuck with me a lot. Some of your songs do. I like that. Okay, I'm glad for that. Yeah, the covers are very special too, but Pastels, like, everything that I want this channel to be for, and everything that I want people to get out of my content, that was my inspiration for Pastels. Like, I just want people to feel good and relaxed and forget their problems for a while. 2024, might as well get right down to it. It sucked. Not so much for the content, but it did suck as a year for me personally. I don't know how much I can really go into depth here. I'll try to keep it brief. I worked a job that cut my hours so bad that I ended up feeling incredibly useless. I have not great depression. At 2 separate points in the year, I had to go get help for personal reasons. And as of December of 2024, I have been living with Finn and his family. A lot of my stuff is still back home, which is actually kind of a good thing because there's not a whole lot of room over here right now. But you know what? That's fine. Like, I've got what I need. I've got all of the essentials. I have the love of my life. And I'm looking to get a fresh start, you know? Excuse me. Let me take a drink. I wish I could say that the year started off better. I had high hopes for it, but the year actually started off really not great because the job that I got, despite working a full 11 weeks, yes, I counted because I'm weird like that, I actually ended up getting sick like every 2 weeks. Like, I got colds, I got stomach viruses, I had my first run-in with the flu, and I know that it was the flu because no other cold made it a struggle to walk up the stairs. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'd get off the couch and my muscles would just be shot. It was not fun. One of those colds actually did affect the quality of one of my covers, Donor Song. I was actually looking forward to Donor Song, like, a lot because it's a beautiful song and, you know, Jubyphonic and her lyrics are just really good. But, you know, like, the quality just didn't come out well. The visuals, I love the illustrations that I made for it, and those were very personal to me too, but just not the singing. My voice was not good. Eventually, I just decided I couldn't handle the job anymore. Getting sick constantly, it just made me a very miserable person. As such, finding work again is getting a little tricky. Probably because I moved over states. Thankfully, I have enough money to hold me over for a little while until I can get my hands on another job. I have actually bought games for Finn. Like, I bought him Deltarune, I bought him Date Everything. So, stay tuned on his channels for those streams, because I want him to have a good time with those games. Is there any cartoons that you and Finn are into right now? We're watching Solar Opposites, actually. Like, I saw some clips from it. I think it's safe to say that Terry and Corvo are relationship goals. It's got a lot of the advertisement stuff in the early seasons, but it's a joy. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Well, at least you'd have more luck than I do. Don't worry, DB. If you're having trouble finding work, I think things will pick up very soon. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed for you. Let me see the music here. All right, so let's talk self-discovery and philosophy. Because, you know, who doesn't love talking about those things? Am I right? No? Just me? Okay. I spent a lot of time trying to meet the perceptions and expectations of the people in my life. Like, I'm 26 years old, and there are a lot of things that I think could be met. Whether that's career-wise, family-wise, like, it always seems like there's people further ahead of the game than I am, and that leads to me feeling like sort of insecure every now and again. A big question I often ask myself is, who am I? Like, putting aside how the world views me, does what I do determine who I am? I don't know if any of you guys watch BoJack Horseman. Diane, she says you are what you do. Damn, 26? Yeah, I'm an old woman. I'm a grandmother. No, I wish. So, I have a habit of overthinking a lot of things. I look at the definition of something and have a million different questions about what it could mean. One of those things is happiness. Let me take another drink of water before we get into this. When I look at happiness, I look at it as feeling at peace with the world and feeling good on a consistent enough level to where the big issues in your life feel small. I'm not sure if that description is accurate, but that's how I've been looking at it. And you know what? That definition is subject to change. If you've got your own definition, I'd love to hear it. And one of the things I've been struggling with is how to identify happiness versus short-term moments where I just feel good for a while. I guess if I want to find a good example, eating ice cream can make you feel good, but if you eat too much of it, you'll get sick. Video games can make you feel good, but if you play them too often, you'll get poor eyesight and lose touch with the world around you. So then that leads to an important question. Am I actually happy, or do I just feel good at the moment? Am I happy, or do I think that I'm happy? Phrasing it this way is a little dangerous because for all I know, I could be gaslighting myself and overthinking myself into insanity. God only knows if this mindset is healthy. And I'm always on the search for long-term happiness, which long-term happiness, I've come to realize, is a thing and is also not a thing at the same time. The goal should not be to be happy 100% of the time, and trying to do this will drive anyone insane. case in point, my birthday recently was really good. Back home, when I lived back home, my birthday amounted to have presents, eat food and cake, and carry on like any other day. I didn't really make a big deal about it. So, how did it go this year? Well, I dressed like my Sona, like the jean jacket and skirt and everything. I dressed how I felt comfortable. Finn actually took me to the mall, and we got to visit an arcade. I got addicted to the South Park pinball machine. I tried and failed to play Tappers for the first time. I mean, it looked like a cute game in Wreck-It Ralph, but I was really bad at a shooter game, and I got to play a little bit of Guitar Hero. I went to Hot Topic, and I got a fan with the bisexual colors on it. But let's go. I bought a bunch of new books that have held my interest for the longest time, such as The Exorcist, and I even got an Exorcist t-shirt that I love. And to top it off, we visited a revolving sushi bar that served really delicious sushi, fantastic ramen bowls, and let me tell you about how our drinks were served. Our drinks were delivered to us on the cutest little robots that you'll ever see in your life. They've got screens for faces, and I was sitting at such an angle where after they delivered my lemonade, it winked at me as it went back to the station. After that, we drove home to my motivational playlist on Spotify, because yes, I did make one, and we got to have some delicious red velvet cheesecake. And I spent the rest of my night in bliss. What does any of this have to do with anything? My wish for the next year as I go into my 26th year of life, I want to learn to enjoy and appreciate the small things in my life. If I go on a walk in my neighborhood, or I treat myself to a blue raspberry colada, or I'm just rewatching an old video from a creator I like, I want those little things to be one of the highlights of my day. And anything small that bothers me, it happened. I have the power in me to turn it around. I want to stop questioning whether or not my enjoyment of life is a bad thing. I want to stop questioning whether or not I deserve it. And I want to stop asking myself, is my happiness all in my head? If I have the power to be happy, then I owe it to myself to use that power. Which, I mean, that's what I believe anyway. It's all fortune cookie stuff, and I'm just a silly old lady on the internet who has no idea what to do. I keep my fingers crossed, and I really hope I get it right. Let me read the comments. What favorite flavor of ice cream? Actually, very recently, Finn and I had a date at a local carnival, and I got to try a caramel butterscotch ice cream. Those two things sound like they'd be incredibly sweet together, but it was probably the best flavor ice cream I've ever had. So, butterscotch caramel, yeah. Really anything with caramel tastes good. There's definitely different definitions of happy for people, and interpretations can be up to anything. Yeah, that's fair. Quite nice. Finny got a new PC lately. Oh yeah, that's right. I got to help Eliora and Tarek Dragon in surprising my lovey with a new PC. I don't know if you guys saw that, but ta-da! I hope he has a lot of fun with that. I used to sometimes think, what am I doing? I have stuff to do. What am I doing? Whatever am I doing? Even on days when I had nothing to do. That's okay, Alice House. We've all been there. It's hard talking about, like, personal stuff like this because, like, you don't want to make somebody else feel alone. Like, you definitely don't want people to feel sad, but you don't want them to feel alone either. Scroll up. So I guess that leads to an important question. Who do I want to be? What do I want to create or add to the world? As a content creator, I want for people to come to the channel and forget that the world sucks for a little while. My covers, the lo-fi stuff, let people sleep to them, let them study, let them recharge. The animated shorts have actually been doing really well. I just released one on a couple of days ago, and it's really good. It's a lot of animation editing involved in that. But yeah, the shorts, I want people to get a bit of a laugh out of those. Like, if my covers are very sentimental, then I want my shorts to be where the laughs come from. I want people to laugh at them. YouTube was originally meant to be a hobby for me, and who knows, it still kind of is. It's a nice idea to make what I love into a business, and I'm always tempted to follow in Finn's footsteps. But YouTube is a landscape where I feel like you can only really do what he does if you're lucky. A lot of work goes into it, but who you reach is kind of out of your control. I don't know if that's mean to say or not. What has been your favorite date you have had with Finn? Oh, that's a good question. Probably my birthday, this year. Like, he just took me to the mall and we hung out for a little bit, and getting to have sushi with him, towards the end, we both kind of had, like, this lovey-dovey look, like, because a song was playing in the background, and we just were happy together. Like, it's one of those moments where, like, you just drink it in. Like, this person is in front of me. I don't want this moment to go anywhere. What is your guilty pleasure? High Guardian Spice. I will probably not live that down, but you know what? It's a fantasy show that takes place in a medieval kingdom. I think I was always going to like it, regardless of, like, whatever Crunchyroll decided to do with it. And really, like, the animation isn't good. Like, there are errors everywhere, but I've seen worse. All in all, the world may burn, but art, animation, and music, those are the things that make me happy. And that's the most important thing to me, is I make what makes me happy in the moment. And, you know, what makes you guys happy. Like, if my music and my songs, my animation reaches anybody, that's a big one. As an individual, I would like to be a more relaxed and happy person who can go through life without feeling the need to run a race. I would like to wear the things that I like. I would like to eat the kind of food that I like. Listen to the kind of music that I come across on Spotify. If you saw recently, I released a cover of Hypnotic by Zella Day. I actually found that by complete accident. Like, it just came up in my recommendation. I just found it in another playlist that was recommended to me. I hope you and Finn grow old together, Takara. Thank you. I hope for that for us too. I just used to always think I was just wasting my time either relaxing or doing what I love. It's not a waste. like I said, it's recharging. You're taking time to recharge your personal batteries. We all have personal batteries. So, the remainder of 2025 going into 26. I'll be honest, I've never really been good at sticking with plans. I say that I plan to do something, and then I find something else I want to do, and I do that until the next thing crosses my eye. Not only am I a procrastinator, I am stupidly unfocused. Which is not the worst thing ever, but I could definitely be better. If you were a character on the Amazing Digital Circus, what would you like to be? Ooh, I think I'd want to be some kind of stuffed animal. I think, like, kind of a cross between Jax and Ragatha, where, like, yeah, I've got, like, the ragdoll element to me, but I also just look like a cute animal, specifically. I think I'd want to be a stuffed fox, because Finn actually did get me a stuffed fox once. The story behind that is that one night I was heating myself up something in the microwave. I think it might have been like hot chocolate or something. And I look out the window and I see what looks like a little fennec fox in my yard. And I tried getting my phone out to get a better look at it, get it in the light, and it ran off. It made me kind of sad. But Finn made up for it. He actually got me a cute little fennec fox plushie. It's one of the things that are back home at the moment, but it is mine, and it is from him, so happiness. Yeah, sticking with plans, I'm not good at it. That said, I do have at least ideas of things that I want to do. The TF2 commentaries, if you follow Analysis Anarchy, the TF2 commentaries that I've been making have been doing really well, and I've been enjoying making them. As an editor, I can just kind of be silly with the visuals of an unscripted Discord call, and it's also nice to just reconnect with old friends all these years later. So, I would definitely like to continue doing more of those. I want to gush about hyperfixations. What do I mean by that? Well, the name of my channel, I originally wanted to be a review channel. Hence the POV at the end of my name. I wanted things to come from my perspective, I guess. Things didn't end up going in that direction, but even if the majority of my content is singing for my supper, so to speak, I do kind of want to step out of the sphere every now and again and talk about stuff that does make me happy. Sorry about this. So, what kind of hyperfixations do I have? Let me move this out of the way. Oh, nope, not that one. One hyperfixation that I have had for like the past 2 or 3 years now is in the days ever since like the MLP days came to an end, I've actually gravitated towards the analog horror community. Specifically, I don't know if you've heard of them. Their name is Pastor Spec. They play survival horror, and they talk about whatever goofy horror stuff they enjoy. Really, if you love Halloween, they are the channel for you. It's a little poster. This is their analog horror series called Dreams of an Insomniac. It is up and coming. There are a few episodes out, but they plan to make it into one single video. So look forward to that, I guess. But they also have a lot of characters and a lot of mascots on their channel that are awesome. If you're in their community, you know who those OCs are. And a lot of those OCs have yet to make an appearance. However, hold on. Me move this. Oh, nope. Move back. Me move this out of the way first. There is one character that I need to talk about. Like, people need to know that this thing exists, okay? So, hang on. I'm a little nervous right now, sorry. This is the Flock. This melted buzzard, this undercooked turkey, this creature is a greasy, melted, misfortunate mess. It is the absolute definition of unfinished, and looking at it just fills my brain with so much serotonin that even from a speculative standpoint, it's just a masterpiece to me. The only thing I really have to go off of is, like, old lore. Its partner stopped it from eating a human, it lives off of crows, and it's a pet that should probably be more independent. But you know what? I love it, and it's just the cutest thing ever. Oh, move that out of the way. Doop. Like, just... what in the name of Postra is that? It is the Flock. It is beautiful. It is squishy. It is cute. I often describe it as a jelly bird, and I love it. I don't know what this thing is. I don't know what this thing is going to be later, but I love it, and I want to talk about it. I want to make a video talking about how much I love this weird bird monstrosity, as well as the other creatures in its universe. The ones that like either have made an appearance yet or have yet to make appearance. Maybe even a video just about Volume 1 specifically. I don't know. But, you know what? It's the Flock. I love it. I love the Flock. I can't not talk about it. So, I guess that's what I'm gonna do at some point. I'm just gonna move you guys back down here. So yeah. Let me pull my PNGs back up. Where are you? There you are. Another hyperfixation that I would like to talk about is a childhood cartoon of mine. You guys might remember it better as Ed, Edd n Eddy. This show was my childhood. Like, I would watch new episodes every Friday for the Cartoon Network Friday lineup. And so far, I say so far like it's still airing episodes, I wish. There has not been one episode that I have not seen. Well into today, I could not tell you what my favorite episode is. I could not tell you what my favorite joke is from the whole series. But a part of my brain would really like to find out after all these years. I did at one point make like an Ed, Edd n Eddy tier list, but that was more of a spur of the moment thing, and even then, the majority of episodes were in the top 3 tiers. I want to take a second to find my genuine all-time favorites ever. I do have all the episodes saved in my computer. Like, whether I do an episode by episode study in my off time or make a video after the fact, or I just even watch episodes on stream. I'm not sure which one I'll do. I'm not sure what... I've wanted to celebrate this show for so long, I just never really knew how to go about doing it. Like, what does the show deserve? By the way, forgive me for asking, but when did you and Finn move in together? We have been living together as of December 3rd, 24. So, about 7 months now. Very good stuff. My favorite episode is A Glass of Warm Ed. That is a great episode. Oh my goodness. Like, okay. Season 1 of Ed, Edd and Eddy is probably the weakest, and that's a good thing. I say that that's a good thing because when your first is worse, it only means that it goes up from here. Seriously, like, Ed, Edd and Eddy's animation gets a lot cleaner. Like, if you look at season 2, it starts off with Know-It-All Ed, and then it ends with Cry Ed. Or I guess it's a pun on cried. If you look at those 2 episodes, they're both from the same season, but there's such an improvement in quality, and that's just because the line artists at AKA Cartoons, they were just drawing over and over again. That's the beauty of it coming from the cell art days, or like the end of the cell art days. But yeah, like, I'm already geeking out about this show. Like, just the production and Danny Antonucci being the goat that he is. Yeah, I'd like to, I want to talk about this show. I want to watch it at some point. Maybe, I don't know, would you guys want to see, like, an Ed, Edd and Eddy watch party of some kind? Please say yes. Would you want to meet Matt Hill, Samuel Vincent, and Tony Sampson, the voices one day? I would love to meet the voices one day. I think Finn's already met Matt Hill, as part of a live stream that he did a while back. So I would absolutely, yeah, I would love to meet the Eds, and I would especially love to meet Peter Kalamis. Son of a shepherd. Okay, enough of Ed, Edd and Eddy. If I talk more about Ed, Edd and Eddy, we're going to be here all day. All night. So, obviously a lot of the background music that I do for my streams, at least the ones that I talk about, a lot of it is from a mobile game called Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage. Like, if you've seen that game, or if you haven't played that game yet, please do. Like, this is a mobile game that I started playing and I got addicted to in August of 2022. I have slowed my progress down with the game a little bit because I keep getting tempted by all of the crystal and gacha pulls. And by the time I get the cards that I want, I'm all out of crystals. I still love the game. Like, I love the art. I love the characters. In the end card of my streams, I use a background track from N25. Earlier this year, in April, actually just in time for our anniversary, Finn treated me to going to see the Hatsune Miku movie, Miku Who Can't Sing. Like, we saw it the day of release, and it was so good I actually regret not going to see it a second time. If you saw the movie, and if you're a creator, you will know that the situation is very relatable for people in our field. Like, just having trouble reaching people. And then, like, as soon as you find a format that works for you, or you find a genre, it does it. I'm not describing it very well, and that's probably a good thing, because, like, you gotta go see it. find a torrent, do whatever you gotta do, just go see the Hatsune Miku movie. Pure cinema? Exactly. You know what? Once the movie is available for streaming, or once I can find a good torrent and learn how to torrent movies and stuff, why not do a live rewatch? I would like to do a live rewatch of the Hatsune Miku movie. So that would be something that I like to do. And I would also like to do a lore stream. I want to take a few hours to sit down and talk about each of the 5 groups that are available in the game. And maybe that would encourage some people to go check it out. I want to talk about the 5 groups are Leonid, More Jump, Vivid Bad Squad, Wonderland Showtime, and Night Court at 2500. This one especially because both Mafuyu and Mizuki break my heart. At its core, Colorful Stage is a rhythm game with visual novel story played in the background, and in order to unlock the story, you've got to play the songs. It's not groundbreaking, and it doesn't really need to be. Oh, and for those wondering about the little Miku figure on the table, about a month after the movie came out, there was a store in the mall that Finn and I went to with his brother, and I actually won N25 Miku from a prize grabber. Kind of. It's more like a ring game. You drop 3 rings onto a peg, and then you get a prize. And I actually won her out of a blind box. Now she sits comfortably on my desk, and I love her. And she makes sure that I get my work done. She's very good at keeping me in check. I will be there for the lore. Yes. I assume it never got a physical release. I think it's still a little early for that, but I don't know, maybe it'll have a DVD. That would be nice. Do you like the Hatsune Miku cosplayers and products? I've seen some Hatsune Miku cosplayers. I think they're really cool. And my brother-in-law actually was nice and got me a Hatsune Miku bag. That's also one of the things that are back home. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that I want to get from back home, but it'll take a while to get here. Let's see. And those are just 3 hyperfixations that I have. Like, there are others. I've got too many. But let's get back to talking about plans for the future. Let me get this off screen. So, what can be said about POV gameplay? Since that is, I think that's what a lot of people are coming here for now, besides the covers and everything. At the moment, I can't really make any promises that POV gameplay will have a set schedule again for the near future. I would like to do more streams, but there's a lot I gotta discuss with Finn because, unfortunately, our setups are literally back-to-back in, like, the basement. We literally work back-to-back with each other. Whenever he plays, like, Monster Prom or something, I'm just hanging out in the back watching him be goofy and have a good time. It gets a little complicated, but I don't think it's impossible. Luckily, since I'm taking over the streams this week while Finn is on vacation, I have the opportunity to play a game that has not only been on my radar for the past year, but is currently sitting in my library. Hold on. Pause for dramatic reveal. Slay the princess. So, you're on a path in the woods. you walk up to a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin, there is a princess. In order to stop the end of the world, your job is to kill her. But, will you? Should you? The art style of this game already speaks to me with the rough line work, the elegant beauty of the princess herself, and little hints of what our hero truly looks like. If you ask me, he's an 8 out of 10. I mean, what? Oh my god, I'm terrible. The soundtrack of the game is so simple, but it adds to the atmosphere so well. Let me turn it up a little bit. The music you're currently hearing is The Princess and the Dragon, which is a track that still gets my eyes a little misty every time I hear it. I need to play this game, and I'm going to. So if you'll be so kind, I would love for you to join me this Friday, 2 days from now, when I will venture to the cabin to confront this mysterious lady. And that'll be the stream. Oh, Sophie's here! Hi! Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't see you till now. How are you? No, you don't need to apologize for taking so long. I'm glad you could make it. Speaking of games, have you ever tried Kirby and the Forgotten Land? I started it. I need to go on with it. It's an interesting game. Well, this will be fun. Yes, it will. So, I guess I'll be playing Slay the Princess, and I hope you'll join me. Now, as for music plans, I'm not sure if it'll be this Friday or the next Friday, but I would like to release my cover. I would like to release another lullaby cover. The most recent short that I uploaded was Lend Me Your Voice, which, if you've watched Belle, great movie, by the way. I keep recommending it to everybody that I meet. It is by Mamoru Hosoda, the director of Wolf Children and Summer Wars. It is a great movie with a great soundtrack. I love it. You should check it out. You won't be disappointed. I want to make a cover of Lend Me Your Voice. That's it. That's the big reveal. I don't know if it'll be out this week or next week. I don't know. I get a little insecure when it comes to takes, and if I have a little trouble with the takes there, another thing that I would like to do in the future is an acoustic version of Pastels. With Pastels being my first song and the one that I hold near and dear to my heart, I already said this, but I want it to be the message for this channel. And the original, I was definitely going for a lo-fi beats feel, but I also feel like an acoustic version can fit on this channel. I also just got my guitar back, so, you know, I want to play my guitar again. If I'm being honest, the visuals of the original music video were very rushed, like it's literally just me standing in a box. Because I just reached 1,000 subs that week, I didn't really have time to polish out the visuals or give it the thing that I wanted. So, to release an acoustic version, I want it to look a little more like something I can be satisfied with. Who is your favorite Deltarune character? Probably either Ralsei or Noelle. They're both sweethearts. I'm a bit sleepy. I gotta go, but I hope you have a nice day. Thanks, Sophie. Do you like the Disney princesses, Takara? If you do, who are your favorites? I think Belle is definitely my top favorite, but I also love Ariel. I've gotten really attached to Sleeping Beauty. That's one that I watched kind of recently. I like Jasmine. I like that she's dressed in cool blues. I don't know if you or Finn have a Switch 2 because it's getting an expansion soon. Oh. We'll see about getting a Switch 2. I can't make any promises. So, I love the first song that I wrote. I love pastels. Do I have any ideas for more songs that I've written? I do, actually. Last year I wrote another song, which takes on a different genre entirely. What do I mean by that? You ever, go into a cafe or a bar or some type of restaurant and you hear, a band in someone's garage? That's the vibe that I plan to go for. That's the vibe that you can expect from this new song. It's grungy and it's rough, despite also being very mellow and down to earth and peaceful. It's a song that I hope you guys will like a lot. Just as soon as I can decide what visuals I want to give it. Right now I'm thinking maybe something kind of like a sketch art style, kind of. Like digital sketch that I can do in Clip Studio. I don't think that a lovely pastel guide will cut it this time around. Maybe nice golden hour sunset? I'll give it some more thought. I also have another song that I wrote back in February that actually tells a little bit of a story. I think the instrumental is in a good spot right now, but I really need to sit down and commit to writing the lyrics. That's a thing that songwriting takes a very long time for me because if I'm being honest, I can make an instrumental pretty quickly, but lyrics have never really been my strong suit. I started Pastels in 2023 and only just got it into a good enough state in 2024, so that's why it's important to give it all the polish that it needs. I heard your song Pastels. I love it a lot. It's on my work playlist. Thank you. I hope that listening to it helps to get a lot of work done. And what else as far as originals go? When I made it out here, I actually had the idea to write a concept album. And I decided to go with the title The Memory of 24. The concept is that I want it to focus on a lot of the stuff I mentioned at the start of the stream. A lot of the struggles that I had at the time, like my loneliness, my anxiety. I want to take all that and do something with it. Now you're probably going to ask, Takara, didn't you say earlier you want to be happy and appreciate the small stuff? Why write music that makes you remember the worst year of your life when you can just feel good? I guess as a creator, there's always that temptation in the back of your mind to just take what you went through in the past and turn it into something beautiful. Or to just talk about your pain out there so no one feels like they're going crazy. They're not. Whatever struggles or pain you have right now, they're a lot more common in other people than you think. Even if you can't see it right now. I guess part of me also doesn't want 2024 to be for nothing. It was not a good year. And I want to make something of it, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, it was the best of times, and it was the worst of times. Who is your favorite of Stitch's cousins? French fry. Like, if you remember that episode from the series, French fry makes all of the delicious sweets in the world, and then he went on to make healthy food. Which, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I have the worst sweet tooth of anybody that I know. As Rafiki said in context of the past, you can either run from it or learn from it. Exactly. And last but certainly not least to talk about, where are you? Heartstrings, a yandere story. I wish I talked about this sooner because Sophie, the creator, just went off to bed. But here's the thing. Yandere stories are very hard to get right. Many have tried, and so far, they're bad. Like, really bad. What helps Heartstrings immediately stand out from the other yandere games is the art style. Sophie Stardrop, the creator and a good friend of mine, she really wants to put her all into this project. She plans to make the game with these Cult of the Lamb style chibi characters, and the leading lady just kills everyone with a soccer ball. I'm not even kidding. She just, like, kicks a soccer ball in somebody's face and they just freaking die. Anyone looking at that is gonna look at this game and they're gonna have a good time. So, my role in Heartstrings is that I am both an editor for the videos, and I am the voice actress for Fumeko Nomura. She's a yandere, for sure, but we also want to make her a little bit of a silly cartoon villain, where she's just, "Hi, my name is Fumeko Nomura. I love sugar cookies and rainbows and otters, and yes, everything in that order. And no matter what happens, I absolutely promise to try my very best ever. Oh, and one more thing I should probably mention. If you ever come near my boyfriend, I will fucking kill you. Anyway, no pressure. Bye!" So in other words, she's delightful. I can't believe I just did that. I had that one written down too, like, my god. I can't do improv. I don't know how Finn does it, but I try. I'm very blessed to be given this important role. I really, really, like, I want to make this game, and I want to make Fumeko, like, incredible. She's gonna be so great. I want to get more attached to her. Finn's also involved in the project. He is actually the voice for Hisoka, Fumeko's love interest. You wouldn't think that someone who is so into comedy like Finn, like, could give the delivery of a sulky, sad man. It's such a detachment from all the other roles that I've seen him play so far, and it's both hilarious and impressive. My husband is a very talented man. I just adore him to pieces. And Sophie's a really great boss, but more importantly, she's a good friend. She is very sweet and polite, and I want nothing but the best for her. If you're interested and you want more updates for Heartstrings, please go and subscribe to Sophie Stardrop. Any little help and support to her and the team, it goes a long way. And I think that's all about it for this update. I'm not really sure what else there is to say. A few days before the stream, I actually wrote notes. Like, I wrote cliff notes for what I wanted to say, and the notes go on for about 10 pages. So, I am sorry in advance if, like, there was something in the comments that, or the chat that, like, I missed because I was too busy, like, talking. Are you a fan of Adventure Time? Absolutely. Love Adventure Time. So, thanks again to all of you for being patient with me while I get content out. Thank you for all of your love and support, not just to me, but to Finn as well. Definitely check out his streams as soon as he's back from vacation. Thank you to Stofy Stardrop for allowing me to help with an ambitious project and a great team. Thank you to Dr. Wolf and everyone on the Analysis Anarchy team for not only being patient with my slow editing, but also just being a fun team to work with and for continuing to be my friends and colleagues. I can't wait to try and make the rest of this year a good one, and I want to make 2026 also great. So that's my life update. That is how 2025 has been going. Best of luck with whatever you got. Thank you very much. I can't wait. It makes me very happy knowing that at least some people showed up. I was actually afraid that, like, it was going to be kind of a quiet stream, but no, it ended up being pretty okay. I love all you guys. I don't know if I show that enough, but I love ya. All right. I've been talking for about an hour. That's really all I've got to say at the moment. I love you, and I hope that your days are blessed with music. Speaking of which, is there any more Analysis Anarchy coming out anytime any soon? That's not a distinction for me to make. But, I believe Doc, Jasper, and Thespio said it best themselves. You'll never truly be rid of us. Yeah. May your days be blessed with music. This has been TakaraPOV, and y'all have a great rest of your night. Sorry for it being such a short stream. Hopefully when I go to slay the princess, it'll be a more eventful, more interesting. Y'all have a good rest of your night. Like, take it easy out there. Have some tea. Enjoy some music. Good night. Oh, wrong one. Whoops. Oh my god, I clicked the wrong screen. I'll get this right someday, guys, I promise. I will get this right. Bye-bye.